two-way ANOVA. Very good. N is numerical. नोवा में n is also numerical. अरे वाह क्या बात है. Discrete में c is chi square. वाह वाह गगन कुबेर जी बढ़िया. Now if you are comparing age, socioeconomic status, diet on BMI, then you use three-way ANOVA. That's what you have to understand. So that's all. If we want to learn more than this, it's a waste of time. And anyway, when you join post-graduation, you have to submit a thesis. You have to submit a dissertation. You have to learn and use all this biostatistics. Tab pad lenge. So, but still, I try to present a quick table for you. What are the different named tests? ज़्यादा टेस्ट नहीं है. ऑलरेडी आपको chi square मालूम है, t टेस्ट मालूम है, z टेस्ट मालूम है, एनोवा मालूम है. क्या बाकी है इस टेबल में? मैकनीमस, विल्कॉक्सिन, क्रुस्कॉल, फ्राइडमैन्स एनोवा, स्पीयरमैन्स, पियर्सन्स. Only these are the things. It all once more depends upon is it discrete or categorical. One sample, two sample or multiple samples. Based on that, the different tests have been devised by different people. So what is ANOVA? If your junior asks you, what will you answer? It is designed to test whether the means of more than two quantitative populations are equal or not. Developed by Fisher. One of the good examples. You have done a men of age group 18 to 25 years, lower socio, middle socio, higher socio-economic status. And you have taken the age groups. There are about 5 people, 18, 17, 18, 19, 19. And their mean body mass index turned out to be 18.2. Then here there are 6 people taken in the belonging to middle socio-economic status. Their mean came here. So if you need to compare these 3 people, these 3 means, then the ANOVA test is the one which is being used. Gotcha? Now got it. An investigator finds out that 5 independent factors influence the occurrence of disease. And you want to compare these multiple factors that are responsible for the disease, which has a greater effect. Is it this factor, that factor, which has a greater effect? For example, doctor, you studied entrance books. Some good books are there, you studied them. Second, you made notes, right? Third, you had a very good roommate, study mate. Fourth, you attended the live online broadcasted classes with Dr. Murali Bharadwaj. Finally, आप topper बन गए. Which is responsible? More influenced you ultimately? Is it reading a good book? Is it reading, writing your own notes? Is it having a good friends who had been encouraging companionship to you during preparation, or attending Dr. Murali Bharadwaj and another 100 students online? So you want to know which factor has a greater etiological role, then which test do you want to use? Come on, punch your answer, doctor. Gagan Kuber is naturally born with biostatistical gyan. Excellent, doctor. Multiple logistic regression. Definitely it is not ANOVA, this is not chi square, because हमको मालूम है उसका क्या purpose है. Confusion किस में है? Is it multiple linear regression or is it multiple logistic regression? There is only confusion between the two. वो clear कर देंगे अभी. भैया multiple regression क्या है? Our real world is multivariable. There are so many reasons whether we succeed, we fail in life. So many reasons. So multivariable analysis analyzes what is the relative contribution of these multiple factors influencing. For example, how do you estimate a country's GDP, gross domestic product? There are multiple predictors. Similarly, health. Health is not just dependent on smoking and drinking. It depends on diet, exercise, genetics, age, job, sleeping habits, etc. etc. So multiple regression. So what is multiple linear regression? Linear regression. So basically it is a model where it looks at the relationship between two or more explanatory variables, two or more explanatory variables like smoking, drinking, sleep, quantity of sleep, right? A sweet, supportive, beautiful companion in life, multiple factors. And a response variable. What is a response variable? The success of the person is a response variable, or a health of the person is a response. These are all the multiple etiological factors influencing that response variable. So it will try to look at the relation between two or more explanatory variables and a response variables by fitting them into a linear equation. And there is one observed data. So there is a data. You found about 10 successful people and these 5 or 6 explanatory variables on those 10 successful people or 10 healthy people. So every value of the independent variable क्या है? The etiological factor, smoking, sleep and all that. Each of this independent variable is plotted on the x-axis. And the dependent variable, that is his health, if that is the variable you are testing, that is being plotted on the y. And you are using a linear equation, so इसलिए इसको कहते हैं multiple linear regression. And based on that linear equation, in that observed data, you will draw an inference as to which among these factors is having a greater influence on the ultimate outcome. That is multiple linear regression. Then what is logistic regression? Logistic regression is used in order to predict the probability of the occurrence of an event by fitting the data into a logistic curve. So logistic regression में क्या करते हैं? Already there is a standard curve. In a given population, there is a standard curve created. Then you got some data. You bring that data and try to fit it into that standard curve, and you will be calculating the probability of the occurrence of an event. That is called logistic regression. So linear regression is you are plotting x and y, and on the x you are plotting all the etiological and y the outcome which is under study, right? And use a linear equation to know which has got a greater influence on the outcome. Logistic regression, you are bringing a given observed data and try to fit it into a already existent population curve and check the probability. For example, you are having about 1000 population you have studied. You found that X number of cigarettes is leading to lung cancer, and you already have a graph for that. Now you got a given population, you found who are all the people who smoked. Then you brought that data and fit into this curve and try to predict possibility of the incidence of the cancer in this study population. That is logistic regression. Simple.